Okay, so some of you may not know this, but I actually have a background in yoga. I am a qualified yoga teacher, and I want to bring a bit more of that sort of aspect of things to the channel, really focusing on movement and meditation and things that'll make you feel better, especially if you are working from home, if you're spending a lot of time hunched over the computer or hunched over your craft. So I want to bring you some stuff that will help you with that and help you to loosen your body up and feel a little bit better. So today I am going to share with you 7 stretches that you can do in order to open up if you have been spending too much time in those hunched positions. So we're going to focus on opening the shoulders and the chest, and we're going to focus on also opening the hips, so the hip flexors, because when we're seated all the time, we are shortening and tightening those hip flexors, and we can end up with hip pain because of that. So let's get to it. So the first thing I want to show you is the chin tuck, and this is one that my physiotherapist taught me. Not really a yoga move, but definitely a move that helps if you are slouching too much and using too much of this. It's called forward head posture. So instead of sitting up like this, you're like this. And especially if you're spending a lot of time like this. So if you're looking at your phone, if you're looking at your craft, you're probably spending a lot of time with your head way far forward of the rest of your spine. And that is not good for your body. So this first movement, the idea here is to just really realign your head on your spine and make sure it's sitting in the right position. So you want to do like maybe 10 to 20 of these chin tucks. You might need to do it near a mirror or something to check you're doing it right. You've really got to make sure that you're tucking your chin in and your whole head back at the same time, not just like tilting your head down. That's not what you want to be doing. You actually have to pull your entire head back on the spine. It's a completely unsexy move, but it absolutely helps make you feel more upright and helps to align your head and your spine much more better. Much more better. That's a great way of putting it. Moving on. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is just the reach up. So this is Volcano Pose in yoga. You're basically just reaching straight up to the sky. You're intertwining your hands and you're basically trying to push yourself upwards, like elongate your body as much as possible. And then if that's comfortable, you might also like to take a little bit of a backwards lean. Hi, Teddy. Are you coming to interfere? Come here. Come here. Hi. He always likes to know what's going on, don't you? So take a little bit of a backwards lean with this to stretch the front of your body. Now, if you do that, just make sure to tuck your pelvis under, squeeze your glutes together, give yourself a really strong foundation so you don't feel like you're going to be tipping over backwards. Really root your feet to the ground. You can do this with a slight bend in the knees to give yourself a bit more stability as well. And then, bye Teddy. That's really going to help open up the front of the body, the chest, and the whole muscle chain all the way down the front of the body, including your hip flexors in this movement as well. Okay, so the third one is going to be hands clasped behind you. This is a really great one, and with a forward fold incorporated in it as well. You don't have to do the forward fold if that's not comfortable, if you can't do inversions, i.e. when your head is lower than your heart, that's an inversion. And for some people, an inversion is not safe or comfortable. So you can just interlace your hands behind your back, squeeze your triceps together, pull your hands back behind you, and really squeeze your shoulder blades together really nice and strongly. And you really want to feel the front of the chest and the shoulders open in this move. So that's a really nice shoulder opener as well. And if you want to take the inversion, you just keep that position and then take a little bend in the knees as much as is comfortable and let your body slowly fold forward and let your arms come up over behind you to wherever is comfortable. Take it easy here. You don't want to do your shoulders any injury. So just do as well. Just do this as far as is comfortable. If it's not comfortable, back off. So the next one is, actually the next two are in a doorway. Hopefully you have a doorway that you can use for this. So the first one is just, again, this is kind of another version of the reach and extend, and it will stretch again your shoulders. So you want to reach up here, touching the top of the doorway, And make sure that your arms are quite wide here. Don't have them too narrow, or it puts more stress on the shoulder. So stretch them out, give them a bit of width there. Keep your body nice and straight, and then just gently lean forward so your shoulders and your chest are moving forwards. And this will give you a lovely long stretch throughout, again, the front of the body and the shoulders and the chest. Now, my favorite stretch for the chest, so the pecs here, which when we're on the computer all the time and when we're crafting, we're like all hunched in like this, right? So this one really opens that up. And again, you're going to use a doorway. So my doorway is super wide, but you can do this in a normal doorway. Your elbows will just probably be resting on the sides of the doorway as well, and that's fine. Make sure your arms are at a 90-degree angle here. Don't have the elbows low. Make sure they're up at a 90-degree angle, and your hands are straight up and your palms are resting on the door frame. And then again, you're going to gently lean forward through the doorway with a straight body. And you will feel this in your pecs. You will feel the stretch. If you don't have a doorway, who doesn't have a doorway? I don't know. People who don't live in houses. So you just need a wall or a tree or a pole, whatever. You can just do this on one side and then do this on the other side. I'm just thinking about when I go to softball and I do this stretch and there's not a doorway there, so I do it on like the fence. I like grab the fence and do it that way. So you can do one arm at a time if you prefer, or you can do both. I prefer doing both because it just feels really good. Yeah, so I love that one as well. So this next one, take this one easy. It's a bit more of an advanced kind of shoulder opener move. You can do it on the wall or using a chair. I'll show you both options. So the wall option, you have your elbows up in front of you. You can either have your palms or just interlace your hands behind your head. You want your elbows straight up, kind of shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna lean into the wall. Now, if you are a lady like myself, you may find this a bit of a difficult one to do. I see a lot of guys recommending this, but we have boobs and they get in the way of this move because you can't get your chest flat to the wall, so you can't get as much of a stretch. If you have really mobile and flexible shoulders like I do, I can't really get a stretch here without kind of pulling myself down away from the wall a little bit, which is not ideal. So I do the chair version of this. So again, put your elbows onto the edge of a chair, make sure it's nice and padded so it doesn't hurt, and you are going to need to be kneeling on the floor, so you may need some sort of padding under your knees. And you're just going to walk yourself back until you can lower your head down. Now have your hands together in like a little shark fin shape above your head, and then walk yourself back, drop your chest down until you feel a stretch in your shoulders. Now I'm going to go all the way down because I've again got quite flexible shoulders. Don't try to get as far down as me if you don't. I actually get my head right down and let it hang. Where you put your hands, your arms will make this harder or easier. So if you bring your palms down towards your back more, it should be a bit easier. Whereas if you have them more upright towards like the fingertips pointing towards the ceiling, you may find the stretch is a little bit more intense. So just kind of take it easy here and find the spot that works for you, that feels good for you. And this should give you a nice stretch and opening again through the shoulders. And if you're doing this version kneeling, make sure to tuck your pelvis under as well so that you don't have a really big bow in your back. You want to keep your back relatively straight. It won't be completely straight, but try to keep that pelvis tucked under. So you want to engage your core, pull your belly button towards your spine and kind of almost round your lower back a little bit so that you're protecting your lower back and it doesn't get too much of a bend in it here. And then you can sort of just shuffle your knees away until you're at a comfortable distance. And then to come out of it, just release your arms down and either shuffle your knees up or just sit back onto your heels. Okay, the last one I want to show you is a hip flexor stretch. I'm going to show you two options here. The first one is using a chair. So if getting down on the floor is not really accessible to you, then you can do this version as long as you have a padded chair. And most of us have like a padded office chair that we can use for this. Just make sure if your chair is like unstable or on rollers that you push the back of the chair up against a wall before you do this so it doesn't move while you're doing this movement, okay? So then you're going to come up to your chair and stand as if you're going to sit in the chair, and then bring one knee up and place it on the chair, and then just shuffle that front foot forward. Again, make sure you have a surface that you can do this on. Just do it comfortably. You may want a wall next to you or something to help you get into position, but this allows you then to lean forward. So your front foot, You know, you'll be kind of on a sort of 90-degree angle with your front leg, and then you're going to lean into the stretch, lean down into the stretch. So you can do whatever you want with your arms here. Some movements will enhance the stretch. So if you put your arms behind you, resting on the top of your glutes, your butt basically, you can reach one arm up. Now make sure it's the arm of the hip flexor you're stretching. Reach that one up into the sky and you'll feel even more of a stretch. You can take a little micro bend backwards or a micro bend to the side to increase the stretch there, and you'll feel that all the way down the side of your body. It should be a super nice opening stretch that really opens up all of those front body muscles that have been shortened and hunched while you've been sitting all day. Okay, the second version is the traditional floor version of this. Don't be afraid if, you know, hopefully you have like a carpet or something you can do this on. Don't be afraid to grab a pillow and chuck it under your knee in order to protect your knee, to do this on the floor. Props are our friends. So then again, traditional, you're just going to, you know, kneel on one knee and the other foot is going to be in front of you, and you're going to lean down and forwards into this. Make sure to keep your body upright. And again, you can use those same arm positions. So you can have hands on hips, hands on the back of your hips. You can reach that arm up overhead and stretch like a little micro bend to the side, a little micro bend backwards to give you more of a stretch down the side body. Just with this, make sure that front knee doesn't go over the toes. Just make sure that front foot is far enough forward that you have a nice open space to stretch into with this one. And of course, with all of these stretches that are unilateral, so you do them on one side, make sure to do them on both sides. Now you may find that one side is tighter than the other. This is really normal, and pretty much all of us will have certain muscles on one side that are tighter than the other because of just how we hold our bodies. Don't be afraid to do the stretch on the tight side twice. So what I would generally recommend, if you have a significantly tighter side on any of these stretches, do the tight side first, then do the looser side, and then do the tight side again. And this will just help to try to slowly balance out this imbalance that you have in your body, because that's ideally what we're going for, is a body that is as balanced as possible on both sides. And that's it. A bunch of simple stretches you can do at home anytime you want to. You could probably do this easily in less than 15 minutes. So taking a break during the day, maybe morning tea time, afternoon tea time, or when you finish your work day, just do this sequence of stretches to really release all of that tightness and tension that you've built up in your body throughout the workday. Spending all that time sitting on the computer, sitting on the couch, working, leaning over your workbench or your sewing machine or whatever it is, whatever craft you're doing, chances are you have been in that seated or hunched posture for the day. So do these exercises to really open up the body and make you feel a heck of a lot better moving forward into the rest of your day. And over time, as you do these stretches regularly, hopefully you'll help to reduce the sort of bad influences that being in these postures too long can have on your body, and reduce some of the aches and pains you might be feeling as well. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more videos like this from me, really focused on helping you with, if you are a crafter, if you work from home, you spend a lot of time on the computer, a lot of time working on your craft, I'd love to do more of these sort of stretch videos, and also maybe some short yoga flows that would help you with that as well. If you'd like to see that from me, please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this and found it helpful, please do give me a thumbs up. I'd love to know which is your favorite. Have a go at these stretches and tell me in the comments which one you really love and you're going to incorporate into your daily routine. I'm Jess Van Den. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now. Tell to the face. I don't want to see your butt. Thanks for sharing. Who's my kitty baby? Who's my kitty baby? You are. Yes, you are. So the first thing I wanted to show you is the shoulder blah 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 blah. Try again.